Hi guys, I've been reading a little bit today, and I have one of the things that I read was if you're an emerging entrepreneur or a business that have you found yourself being reinvented, recharged, renewed, reshaped, replanted, whatever, forced into doing something that you weren't planning on in the last 10 months, forced into your home, forced into lockdown, forced into having to do something a different way. I want to bring you some encouragement tonight because I think a lot of us have been in a situation where we've never faced this before. I listen to a lot of the gurus. I love them. I love them. Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, if he were alive today, Bob Proctor, Dean Graziano, Russel Brunson, and just all of the people that I have seen online in these Facebook groups, Facebook challenges, all of that. I can tell you if they have any bit of a following right now, they don't hold a candle to you. They don't hold a candle to you. If you've been forced into doing something that you've just like when I my wife was high risk and I was a business coach in the real world and a sales trainer and things like that in the real world. And then I was forced into the virtual world due to the COVID-19 crisis, and my world shifted. I mean, I had no idea the challenges that faced me, no idea uh, about social media and social etiquette and texting. I didn't know that if you typed in all caps, it meant you were yelling at someone. I didn't know all these things. And I want to encourage you that these guys, they just don't hold a candle to you. I can tell you this, if Tony Robbins had to start when you started, if Brian Tracy, if any of these gurus would have started during the COVID-19 and they didn't have 300,000 followers already. See, Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, those guys, if they were around, if Zig Ziglar were alive today, they have built such a brand, guys. You need to be encouraged. You need to feel in your spirit that you are right where you need to be, that you are in school, that you are learning. Don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Don't fight. Stay in the fight. Don't back away, because you have something to offer. And I know that sometimes I was telling one of my clients today, I said, the further up we're going to go, the further down we got to dig. I mean, the higher the building, the deeper the basement. Keep that in mind. The higher the building, the deeper the basement. So if you've been forced into, this last year, renewing, reshaping, redoing, retwisting, recharging, reinventing, I called 2020 the rerun years. 2021, you don't have to be a lot better. You just have to be a little better. you know, we're having to wear freaking masks. No more do we say God bless you. We're being confined to a computer screen. We can't shake hands with people. We can't hug each other's necks. We've been told not to go to church. We've been told not to celebrate the holidays with our families. We don't have hotels in Fiji. I'm sorry, Tony. I love you to death, but I don't think you could hold a candle to what I've had to go through this year with what I have to work with. Now, they all talk about brand your business, rebrand, re this, re that, but they've never had to do it the way you're having to do it. Now, I understand everybody is different, but I just want to encourage you, no matter where you are, I just felt in my heart I needed to come on here because I talked to one of my clients today. She said she was overwhelmed. And I'm like, yeah, I can feel that. I can understand that. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, got a few hanging in the closet, got a few ones that still fit. You know, you've got to hang in there. Don't give up. Be of good courage. Stand your ground. Stand your faith. You know, just stay the course, guys. Stay the course. Don't give up. Don't back away. Don't delay. Don't just keep on pressing in. Keep on pressing in. Just write down what you want. Write down what you see. Make it plain and just keep holding on to the vision. Come up with a goal that's so exhilarating that it excites you and scares you at the same time. So when we are through this and when you get through this, this came to pass. It didn't come to stay. It came to pass like a kidney stone, guys, like a kidney stone. But it came to pass. It did not come to stay. It's temporary. See, George Bernard Shaw said, I don't believe in circumstances. The person who gets on in this world is the person who finds his circumstance that he wants. And if he can't find that circumstance, he creates it. Okay. So I can tell you this, when you are on the other side of COVID-19, because you're going to get there, guys, when you're on the other side of this, you can write a course on how you did it. You can write a course on what you've done. You should start writing your course right now on all the steps that you have taken to get you to where you are. The money you've spent, the hundreds of dollars you've wasted, the thousands of dollars you've wasted on different courses trying to figure out what this and that and the other thing. And guess what? We're a lot of us are getting our courses from these gurus that are way up here. They're already built their brand to no end when we should be paying attention to the guys that are in the trenches right now. the guys that are dealing with the hell that we're dealing with right now. You know, I love Tony. I love Tony Robbins. I'm going to be on stage with him. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it in my heart. I can see myself. Everybody say, I can see myself there. I can, whether it's on Zoom, whether it's in a seminar room, I know it. But here's the deal. When I hear people say, you know, I got 54 companies and we make $8 billion a year and we lost $1 billion. Yeah, it affects you, but you still got $7 billion left. It's not like you lost it all. You still got, there have been people that have lost their homes this year, lost their jobs, lost their business, lost their livelihood. And when I hear people say that, it just grinds me. It's as if they're like a weatherman telling us everything about the storm, getting us in to understand the storm, but doing absolutely very little to help us withstand the storm. I'm telling you this. I understand and I feel your pain and my heart is breaking for you because, you know, I'm telling you, you have a story to tell. You have a passion to move forward. If you're wanting to be a coach or wanting to be a business owner, or maybe you have had to start, maybe you've had to force to start, and you're looking at this internet thing and social media. When I first got into the Facebook thing and they told me about Facebook, and then they said, do you have an Instagram? And then they said, do you have a Tumblr? Then they said, do you have a YouTube? And then they said, do you have a TikTok? And I'm like, is my breath that bad? And they said, no, it's a video application. It's a TikTok. And I'm like, how does a guy keep up with all that stuff when we're being bombarded? Every time we turn around, there's another distraction, another video to watch, another course to go through, another challenge, 10 days to greatness. And all they're doing all through the challenge is begging us for more money. And until we don't pay them the more money, we're never going to reach that success. And I'm going to tell you this, if you pick up the book, Think and Grow Rich, and you read it and you read it again, because Think and Grow Rich was written at a time. This is why I love that book. It was written at a time when they had absolutely nothing to speak of that we can speak of today. And yet they created everything that we speak of today. They had absolutely nothing. They went through a Great Depression. They went through some hard stuff back then when that book was being written. But I can tell you this, all the Brian Tracys, all the Tony Robbins, and all the Les Browns, and all they had their share of challenges. I do not negate anything that they had to face. But I want you to be of good courage. I want you to understand that you are an amazing soul, that you have something to offer, that you are something to offer, that you have greatness on the inside of you, and that when you get through the other side of COVID-19, when you get to the other side of the grief, when you get to the other side of the misery, when you get to the other side of the difficulty, because you're going to have one hell of a story to tell. And I can see you. I don't know who's watching, but I can see you right now up on a stage somewhere telling somebody your story, and they're sitting in the audience saying, man, she or he is so lucky. She or he is so lucky. And you're going to say, no, it's not luck. It's not luck. It's a lot of obstacles that I turned into opportunities. It's a lot of setbacks that I just turned into setups. And it's a lot of stumbling blocks that I turned into stepping stones. And it's a lot of having to wear that freaking mask that I turn into the masterpiece. And I just turned my life around. I just made a decision that I wasn't going to back away, fall away. I was going to go after it. I was going to be a part of the fellowship that was committed to doing whatever it takes. I was done with low living, sight walking, smooth knees, colorless dreams, tame vision, dwarfed goals. I was going to be something, and I wasn't going to let anything or anyone stand in the way of my greatness. I wasn't going to let anyone stand in the way of this. And so when my heart is overwhelmed, I'm going to go to the rock that is higher than I, because I know this, guys, if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if only desire of it makes you quite mad enough never to tire of it, makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life seems all empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and you dream is about it, and if gladly you'll sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, lose all your terror of God and man for it, if you simply go after the thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, famished or gaunt, nor sickness nor pain of body or brain can turn you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and you beset it, friend, with the help of God, you'll get it if you just stay the course. So take these 6 things, guys. I've used them in my own life. Take these 6 things. Number 1, write down what you want. Number 2, write down a date by which you want to get it. Number 3, write down a service you're going to give in exchange for it. Number 4, write down a plan of how you're going to bring that service into action. And number 5, write out a life statement of how you feel now that this is coming into your life, now that this is happening, now that this is taking place. So I'm telling you, there's greatness down on the inside of you, but we are being processed, and we're being proven. It doesn't happen overnight. Why? I don't understand sometimes why Walt Disney was fired due to no creativity. George Lucas was bankrupt when he was creating Star Wars. Simon Cowell had $8 in his pocket when he went in to meet with Mark Burnett about the American Idol. Now, American Idol has put Simon Cowell on the TV screens of over 300 million people worldwide, and it is a phenomenon that like nobody else's business, and that is why you see Simon Cowell in his famous T-shirt and blue jeans, because that's exactly what he had on when he went to talk to Mark Burnett, and he figured if those were the clothes on his back that made him that much money, he figured he'd wear them all the time. Now, I think he washes them. But I'm telling you, Oprah Winfrey was told she was frumpy, she was too overweight, she would never amount to anything. I'm telling you, in this world of which we live in a world of greatness, we live in a world of opportunities that exceed far above. You know, your winter could be somebody else's spring, but your spring could be somebody else's winter. But you just have to stay the course, stay focused on your goal. Set that goal that's so exhilarating that it excites you and scares the hell out of you at the same time. One that's so in tune with your mental and spiritual core that you'll willingly dedicate all of your waking hours and all of your resources to its attainment, so that you can say at the end of your life, I'm so grateful to this idea that used my life. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what's in your bank account. It doesn't matter what isn't in your bank account. It doesn't matter what car you drive or what car you don't drive. It doesn't matter what house you live in or don't live in. That does not constitute success. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And if you got a worthy ideal and you're going after it, I'm telling you, you are on your road to success already. And if you hang on to that dream on your inside and you act towards it and you go after the thing that you want with everything that you got inside of you, no matter what comes against you, because life is a storm, my friend. It will have you up and basking in beauty on one day, and it'll crash you against the side of the rocks the next. It is a very fierce and unfair storm sometimes, but it's how you respond to the storm that comes into your life. So when you get up on that bow of the boat and you scream out to that storm, do your worst, you freaking monster, because I'm about to do mine. Then you find out what kind of a person you are, because we are rewarded in public for what we do in private. Now, I believe that this message was for you directly. This message was for you. I know that we've all been faced with just insurmountable things. I talked to somebody the other day, their unemployment ran out and they haven't been able to pay their bills. And I said, I guess they'll wait. We're all in this together. That's the commercials I keep saying. We're all in this together. Well, let's all get in this together then. It came to pass, guys. It came to pass. It didn't come to stay. Stay the course. Now, I tell you what has happened in my life, what's changed in my life is I got some people in my life that kick me in my assets so everything doesn't become a liability. And keep me going. But get a goal. Just hang tight, man. Hang tight. You're on the ride of your life. My name is Jonathan Ribble, guys. If ever you want to talk to anybody or need somebody in your life that will help you stay the course, I'd just love to help you. Thanks for watching. I don't know who said preach on there. I didn't see I'm using a program called StreamYard, so it doesn't always show up, but I appreciate you, all of you that watch my videos, and you're my inspiration. That's the reason I do this. Is somebody out there might be transformed, might be changed forever. And no matter if I make another dime or not, if I can change a life today, that's what I live for. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. May his countenance lift up on you and give you peace, no matter who wins this election, no matter what goes on in our country, no matter what goes on in the world. Know that God is God and he's got a plan for your life. Have a great night, guys, and take care and keep smiling. It's a small curve that sets a lot of things straight. Good night.